Good morning, students. Hope everyone is safe at home. So, welcome to Archivation YouTube channel. Subject Mathematics by Lakshmi. So, today we are going to deal with the exercise 2.4 of the chapter Polynomials. So, before going to start with the exercise, let's have a small introduction regarding factor theorem. So, before going to start with the factor theorem, you have to know what exactly the remainder theorem, isn't it? So in the previous class we have discussed with the problems based on the remainder theorem. There we were equating the factors which is equals to 0, and we were finding the values of the variable, and we were substituting the values of the variable in the given polynomials, isn't it? The same how here, but here they will be given the factor that should be equals to 0, and we have to find the value of the variable. The same how we have to substitute the values of the variable in the given polynomials, and we have to find them whether which is a factor theorem or not. The given polynomials are which will be having the factor theorem which is based on a factor theorem or not. So let's have the statement here, that is, let p of x be a polynomial of degree greater or equal to 1 and be a real number such that p of a is equals to 0. Then x minus a is a factor of p of x, isn't it? So conversely, if x minus a is a factor of p of x, then p of a is equals to 0. So we'll just take in the equation in the form of dividend is equals to divisor into, that is, divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here p of x is the dividend and x minus a is the divisor, and quotient p q of x plus, and the remainder is r of x. Keep in mind that here p of a is equals to 0, that is x minus a is equals to 0. If I am substituting the value of x minus a which is equals to 0, obviously we will get what? X is equals to a, isn't it? So in the place of x we have to substitute the value a. So if we are going to substitute the value of a, then obviously p of x minus a will becomes what? P of a. Since we are going to substitute the value x, will get p of a, isn't it? So suppose, so if I am taking here the remainder, if the remainder is 0, then what else will we will get here? P of x is equals to x minus a into q of s. We know that. So factors of any value, how we were finding? So suppose if I want to find the factor of 15, so which is a multiple of 3 as well as 5, isn't it? As well as 15. So 15 ones also we will get, or else 3 5s also we will get. So I can say 3 and 5 are the factors of 15. So that is how we have to find the factors of p of x, that is x minus a as well as q of x will be the factors of p of s. So you have no need of getting confused. The only thing is here we have to substitute the value of p of a in the given polynomials. That is how we have to find the value. If the solution is 0, if the whole solution is 0, then it will be a factor of given polynomial. The only thing is, in the previous class in the remainder theorem we were finding the values, isn't it? But here we have to get the solution 0. The given polynomial should get the solution 0, then only we can say which is a factor of the given polynomials. So that is how we have to find the given polynomials by using the factor theorem. So here, suppose if I am taking an example, check x minus 1 is factor of x square plus x minus 2. What did I say just now? X minus 1 should be equals to what? 0, isn't it? Here the x minus 1, that is g of s, should be equals to 0. Suppose x minus 1 is equals to 0, what else we will get for x? X will becomes what? 1, isn't it? So x will becomes 1. That 1 will should be substituted in the polynomial, that is x square plus x minus 2. So p of x is equals to x square plus x minus 2. So what we have to substitute here the value of x, that is p of 1, which is equals to 1 square plus 1 minus 2. So 1 square is nothing but 1, isn't it? So 1 plus 1 is 2, or else 1 plus 1 minus 2. Here 1 plus 1 is what? 2. 2 minus 2, which is giving what? 0. Then we can say x minus 1 is a factor of given polynomial, that is x square plus x minus 2. Always keep in mind that we have to get the solution 0. Then only the given factors will be the given g of x will be the factor of the polynomial. The only thing is here we have to substitute the values of the x in the given polynomial. It doesn't mean that which will be having only x, it may be t, p, q, whatever the variable. The only thing is we have to equate the g of x should be equals to 0. Then we have to find the value of the variable. That value of the variable should be substituted in p of x. So now we'll just start with the first problem of the exercise 2.4. Determine which of the following polynomials has x plus 1 a factor. What did I say just now? That x plus 1 should be equal to 0. Then we have to find the value of the variable x. That value of the x should be substituted in the given polynomials. So here we will be having the different polynomials. Just I have taken the first polynomials. We are having 4 different polynomials. But the thing is here we have to substitute the value of the x. So that we have to get the solution what? Solution should be equal to 0. Then only I can say x plus 1 will be a factor of particular polynomial. We'll just check here. So I'm just taking x plus 1 is equals to 0. So what is the value of x we will get? X will equal to minus 1. Now that minus 1 should be substituted in p of x. So I'm just taking the polynomial p of x, which is equals to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So in the place of x, what is the value we have to substitute? Minus 1. That is p of minus 1, which is equals to minus 1 whole cube plus minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 plus 1. So here minus 1 whole cube is what? Minus 1, isn't it? We know that minus into minus, that is minus 1 into minus 1 into minus. Minus will get cancelled, that is will becomes plus. Plus into minus will becomes minus. So we'll get 1 into 1 into 1 is 1, isn't it? Minus 1 whole cube is minus 1 plus. So minus 1 whole square, we are having the even power, isn't it? So obviously it will becomes plus 1, that is minus 1 into minus 1 is minus into minus plus. 1 into 1 is 1. So plus into plus is plus, plus 1. Now plus into minus is minus 1 plus 1, isn't it? So here directly we can cancel the terms, or else we can add the digits with the positive sign. Are you getting? Okay. So here minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled. Again minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled. What else will remain? 0. So we got 0, isn't it? So as I told before, if the solution is 0, then the given g of x will be the factor of p of x. So x plus 1 is factor of the polynomial, or else of this polynomial. So let's take the second problem here. X power 4 plus x power 3 plus x square plus x plus 1. Here the factor we know that is x plus 1. Already I have taken the value of x, that is minus 1. Again we have to substitute the value of x in given polynomial, that is p of minus 1, which is equals to minus 1 whole power 4 plus minus 1 whole power 3 plus minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 plus 1. In the place of x, I am just going to substitute the value of x, that is minus 1. So we know that minus 1 whole power 4, which will be plus 1, isn't it? That is minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. So minus into minus will become plus. Again plus into minus will become minus. Minus into minus will become plus, isn't it? So since we are having the even power, obviously the sign will become positive. So minus 1 whole power 4 is plus 1. Now minus 1 whole power 3 is what? It will becomes minus 1, isn't it? Minus into, that is minus into plus is minus, minus 1. Now plus minus 1 whole square is plus 1. Again plus into minus is minus 1 plus 1. So here minus 1 and plus 1 will get cancelled. Minus 1 and plus 1 will get cancelled. What else will remains here? Only 1 we are having, isn't it? 1. Do you think x plus 1 is a factor of x power 4 plus x power 3 plus x power 2 plus x plus 1? No. Since 1 is not equals to 0, x plus 1 is not a factor of given polynomial. So x plus 1 is not factor of this polynomial. So we have to check whether it will be a factor or not. If the solution is 0, then obviously it will be a factor of given polynomials. Now we'll take the third one, that is x power 4 plus 3x cube plus 3x square plus x plus 1. Already we know the value of x, isn't it? We'll just substitute the value of x in the given polynomial. P of minus 1, which is equals to minus 1 whole power 4 plus 3 into minus 1 whole power 3 plus 3 into minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 plus 1, isn't it? So we know that minus 1 whole power 4 will becomes plus 1. So minus 1 whole power 3 will becomes minus 1. Minus 1 into plus 3 is minus 3, isn't it? So plus into minus will becomes minus. 3 into 1 is 3. Minus 3. So minus 1 whole square is plus 1. Plus 1 into 3 is plus 3, isn't it? Plus into plus is plus 3. So minus into plus is minus 1 plus 1. So here, so minus 3 plus 3 will get cancelled. Plus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. What else will remains? 1, isn't it? So minus 3 plus 3 will get cancelled and plus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. We are getting the solution 1. So again, which is not a factor of the given polynomial. Since 1 is not equals to 0, so x plus 1 is not factor of this polynomial. Okay. So fourth sub question, that is x cube minus x square minus 2 plus root 2 of x plus root 2. So here no need of getting confused since we are having the values in the roots. So the only thing is we have to substitute the value of x in the given polynomial. So I'm just taking p of minus 1, which is equals to minus 1 whole cube minus of minus 1 whole square minus of 2 plus root 2 into minus 1 plus root 2. We'll just solve this one. Minus 1 whole cube is what? Minus 1. Minus, so minus 1 whole square is plus 1. Plus 1 plus into minus is minus. So minus 1 whole square is plus 1, isn't it? 1. So here again, so minus into minus will becomes plus. So I'm just taking this one, minus 1 into minus I'm just taking, or else you can directly multiply minus 1 to the 2 plus root 2. Got it? So that is how also we can do, or else we can directly multiply that. So we'll just take minus common. So minus 1 into plus 2 is minus 2. So minus 1 into plus is minus root 2, isn't it? Plus root 2. Now minus 1 will becomes minus 2. We have to do addition with minus sign, isn't it? Minus 2 So minus into minus will becomes, that minus should be multiplied to the terms inside the bracket, will becomes plus 2, again minus into minus plus root 2, isn't it? Minus into minus plus root 2, what else is remaining? Plus root 2. If you observe here, plus 2 and minus 2 will get cancelled, isn't it? But we are having plus root 2 plus root 2, which will becomes 2 times root 2, isn't it? Since we are having the same value, we have to, with the same sign, we have to add 2 times root 2, again which is not equals to what? 0. We are getting some value, isn't it? So again the given factor which is not a factor of polynomial. So x plus 1 is not factor of this polynomial. So we'll start with the next question here. Find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of p of x in each of the following cases. Listen carefully. Here they had given the factor x minus 1. That should be equal to 0. So x minus 1 we can take it as p of x, isn't it? So x will becomes 1. So that value of x should be substituted in the given polynomials, but here p of x should be equals to what? 0. Always keep in mind that. So we have to find the value of the x and we have to substitute the value of x in the given polynomials. That polynomial should be equal to 0. Then only we can find the value of the k. So we'll just start with the first problem. That is p of 1 which is equals to 1 square plus 1 plus k. What did I say? We have to equate the polynomials to 0. So 1 square is 1 plus 1 plus k should be equals to 0. So 1 plus 1 is what here? I have already told that the factor should be equals to 0. X minus 1 should be equals to 0. That is why I am just equating to 0. So 2 plus k which is equals to 0. If 2 goes to RHS, it will becomes minus. That is plus will becomes minus. So k is equals to minus 2. This is how we have to find the value of the k. So the same how second one. Here the p of x will becomes p of 1 which is equals to 2 into, in the place of x square, 1 square plus k into 1 plus root 2. So 2 into 1 is 2. So 2 into 1 is 2 plus k into 1 is k plus root 2 which is equals to 0, isn't it? So here 2 and root 2 are different, we cannot add. So k will becomes, so plus 2 will becomes minus 2, and same how plus root 2 will becomes minus root 2. So k is minus 2 minus root 2, isn't it? Or else we can directly take minus common, minus of 2 plus root 2 is the answer for k, isn't it? This is how we have to find the value of the k. The thing is, the factor should be equals to 0. At that time we have to find the value of the variable that should be substituted in the given polynomials. And the third one is, so x is equals to 1, already we know that. So p of 1 which is equals to k into 1 square minus root 2 into 1 plus 1. So it should be equals to 0. So x minus 1 should be equals to 0, right? So k into 1 square is k minus root 2 into 1 is minus root 2 plus 1 which is equals to 0. Suppose if I am sending root 2 and 1 to the RHS, what else will becomes? Minus root 2 will becomes plus root 2 and plus 1 will becomes minus 1, isn't it? So this is what the solution we got for k. So the same how x is equals to 1 should be substituted in the next polynomial, that is p of 1, which is equals to k into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus k should be equals to 0. That is k into 1 square is k, isn't it? K minus 3 into 1 is 3 minus 3 plus k, which is equals to 0. So plus k will becomes 2k minus 3, which is equals to 0. 2k which is equals to 3. So minus 3, if it goes to RHS, will becomes plus 3 and 2 will goes to denominator, since we were having the product, isn't it? So we got the value of k is 3 by 2. So this is the problems we have discussed today. So in the next class we'll discuss with the remaining problem of the same exercise. Till that, stay safe, stay home.